Hello, welcome to the Nerdic Gods podcast. I am your host, Daniel. This is episode 20.
Yes.
With me, I have Sims
Hello.
and Connor.
I was gonna try to make a clicker sound effect, but I don't really know how.
My kid did that the other day. It freaked me out.
To act like you're dying. You're nothing. Hey, how are you guys doing today?
I'm hot as a mother. Let me tell you, I'm so hot.
Sims is outshine.
So
I'm cold. That's why I got beanie on.
A pretty action-packed episode
Action
this week. There's a lot to talk about this. Let's see. I guess let's just go with Sims. What are you playing, Sims, right now?
Oh, nothing.
Are we all playing the same thing?
We are.
Just a little game called Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah, just a little game.
Not a big deal. I don't think anyone. Have you heard of it?
No big deal.
Oh, what is this game?
What
It's a
what is
indie
this
game,
game?
right?
in all seriousness, this will not be a spoiler-filled event due to the fact that I have not finished it.
I guess we could just all talk, unless we can interject if we play something else. But
Real quick,
we've
did
all
anyone
been
play
playing.
anything else?
No.
Yeah.
No? Okay, cool.
Did you?
Yeah, I haven't either. No, I haven't.
So we could all just talk about this as one thing.
Yeah. Hopefully, maybe we could do a spoiler cast. I know we talked about it. This would be a really good one, I think.
100% happening.
Yeah, we're doing a spoiler cast for this.
Awesome. The Sims, please, since you haven't completed it, I would love to hear from you first.
So, as a man that has had it spoiled for him, I'm pleasantly surprised how, even though I knew what was coming, the build-up for it was unexpected.
So, was it correct?
Yeah, so far. Like, I watched that whole scene with
Okay.
a certain somebody. Yeah, I watched the whole scene. I from the moment the door opens.
So I know you're like halfway through the game, right? You said you're on day 3.
I am Seattle day 1 again.
Okay.
So yeah, you're about halfway.
I'm
maybe a little
halfway.
bit more.
I believe I'm halfway.
So do you know anything else?
I knew this was coming.
Do you know anything else beyond?
Kind of. I think so, but I've kind of forgot it. I have forgot.
Hard to talk. We'll talk about this more in the spoiler cast. I'm really interested to see what you knew and stuff.
But with
we can talk about the gameplay.
Yeah, it's just I don't think it's improved. I don't.
Oh, really?
I don't know.
See, I disagree.
I played the first one like a week ago. Like the gun.
I'll tell you. I think it's the prone. I think going prone changes the game so much for me.
Definitely. That's a great ad. But I mean, the gunplay, I don't really feel any different. Like
Here's where I think it's improved. I think the dodge button adds a lot of mobility now. I think, especially when you're in close quarters with that, and you can like dodge gunshots and shit. The areas are much bigger than the first one, I think, and I think that just allows for a lot more options, right? Like there's one where that comes to mind where it was like a gas station and there was windows on top, so you could break into the windows on the bottom. Or there's trucks outside, so you could climb on, or you could go prone into the trucks and then come on out like that. And the areas are just so much more bigger now that when you add thing like the dodge button and all that, there's another thing I'm forgetting. But yeah, when you add all that, I feel like it's different enough.
I wish that there was maybe a block button as well, just because I would get into situations, because I love the melee in the game, and get into situations where there'd be multiple people in front of me. I'm trying to dodge both of them, and it just seemed like a bit much. And then like maybe there should be a parry system as well. That's just an idea, but I really didn't find myself in that many situations like that. I pretty much stealth as much as I could. I did stealth kill as many as I could.
When I say I don't see much in the gameplay, I meant mainly in the gunplay and the walking, the way you walk, the way it feels to play, if that makes sense.
Sure.
Environmental gameplay, like the world itself, complete overhaul. Like the worlds, the areas are bigger. There's more to explore.
The areas are like if each combat area is like a different setting, like they're like 3 to 4 times bigger.
100%
than the normal ones.
Yeah,
you don't feel
massive.
as claustrophobic as you do.
It's very hard not to talk about how spoilerific it is. As fantastic. It looks brilliant. I feel like it controls the scene. I know I said this a minute ago. I feel like it all controls the scene. The guns. The only thing different is the bow. Because in the number one, you had that line. In this one, you have the if you upgrade it, you get the cursor.
I think it definitely feels more like Uncharted 4, though, for me.
Yeah.
A little smoother. Jump button kind of helps too.
They brought those damn rope mechanics back. They love those ropes.
It works differently, though. It's not the same thing as before.
The enemies that you kill, it takes a long time. I mean, maybe we're just playing the game really slowly, which is fine. It took a long time for people to be introduced into this game. I feel like for the first 5 hours of this game, I didn't see another human person. It was just the zombies.
Yeah, there's a lot of zombies in the beginning.
The first area that's more open, you don't really see anyone.
No, which is really good. Like the open world is fantastic. I'm guessing, I don't know about you guys, but we spent a good 2 hours just searching that whole area.
Yeah, I got the whole area in my first playthrough.
I will ask. I know it sounds really stupid. That I don't want to know any trophies. I don't want to know. I want to see the trophies after I finish the game. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't look until I beat it.
Yeah, I don't know why.
When I popped up, but I didn't even click on them.
No, I don't know why I'm that funny about it. I want to see how good it is because I remember playing The Last of Us 1, playing it and finishing it, and I was like, we got like 2 trophies. Like, what the hell?
I like the trophy list. It's a good list.
I've not, like I said, I've not seen it. I'm looking forward to looking through it.
I think we mentioned, Connor, me and you have both beaten the game.
Yeah, we both beat it. Want me to give my overall thoughts real quick?
Yes, please.
Okay, so overall, I thought the game was amazing, first of all. The way this game made you see situations and people from a different perspective was something I don't think I've ever seen in a game before. Or in any medium ever, really. There's a couple examples, like Reservoir Dogs, stuff like that kind of do this, I'm going to try not to spoil
Tarantino.
Anything, but do this, style. Flashback type storytelling where they give you pieces of the story and, information you need and answers to questions you want at exactly the right time, right? Because this game jumps around the timeline so much that I feel like they give you it right at the right time, the answers you want. It's so hard to talk about this without spoilers, but it's hard to really put this together without spoilers. The way they show you, the game brings up questions, and the way they give you the answers to those questions is really amazing.
Is it a good game? Do you think it's as good as it's trying to be?
Amazing. Yeah, definitely.
100%.
I think it's very unique for a video game, the way the story's told. I don't think some of the characters is as good as the first one. A lot of the side characters, no. I don't think. Yeah.
I actually completely disagree.
Really? Okay. See, I had a big problem with. I really like. Damn, you can't even say the names. This is so hard to talk about. We're gonna
actually
get
think
into,
that
light spoilers.
Actually, like this more than the first game.
I really like Abby. Okay. There's a character named Abby. All right, spoilers. Sorry. Her friend group. I thought some of those characters were pretty weak. One in particular was very good. His name's Owen. I thought he was very good. I thought the rest of them were all pretty weak. Just kind of there for filler. I don't understand why she needed so many friends. I would have cut half of those people. But you kind of need it for the first half of the game. Again, it's very hard to talk about without spoilers. Dina, I didn't think was very good at all.
No.
There's a point where Ellie says she's become a burden, and I felt like that throughout the whole game. I was like, 100%. Dina's a burden the whole time. Dina. I think Dina needed more to do or something for herself, it seemed like she was only there to support Ellie.
I can't say anything though without spoiling anything, but
sure.
I'll just say I disagree.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll tell you what they should do with Dina. They should have got Dina. I went, Dina, come here. And she'd be like, what? What can I do? Just go away.
Go away. Get out.
Just go away. Get out. Do you want me to come
stay
back?
in fucking Jackson, Dina. That's what you can do.
Do you want me to come back later? No. Go away.
Just get out.
The other character I didn't like was a character named Jesse.
I love Jesse.
I love Jesse.
I don't know
Jesse is
why.
good.
I don't know why this game is. When you get someone with you, I didn't like it. I preferred being on my own the whole time.
I disagree with that.
But when you were with, in the first one, when you were with Joel the whole time, it felt great. Well, you were with Ellie the whole time. It felt great. But this one, I don't know. They just get him away. I'm just like, fuck off.
You're going to get some new characters that I won't mention that'll be with you pretty soon. And those two characters are fucking amazing, I think. I think some of the best writing in this game is with those two characters. The way this game makes you see things from like the bad guy's perspective, there really isn't like a bad guy in these games. In this game, right? But like the way you see it from other people's perspective is just crazy. It's mind blowing, honestly.
I can't wait. I'm looking forward to the next half of this story. It's Thursday. I got it Friday. We are taking our time. I think every area we are rinsing. We are stripping down. I feel like we've got every collectible, and it's going to piss me off when I haven't.
Oh, you're not gonna. It's too big. You're going to need a guide. I want to get back into the gameplay a little bit more. I found just the way Naughty Dog can make gameplay so cinematic.
Incredible.
Like, it may not be the best gameplay ever, but like it's certainly the most cinematic. You know, like you can really feel it when like someone's running at you or a zombie's running at you, and like it gets intense, and like you got that moment. And the way the shots look in this game is crazy. Like when you blow someone's head off with a fucking shotgun when they're running at you like that, and their head's just literally gone. Like it's insane. It looks crazy.
The opening scene with the garage door opens, and it's just light hits you.
All the lightning in this game.
I'm gonna say Joel. So you and Joel and Tommy, and you walk, and the opening scene that it gives you is like, I'm just like, I'm in tears. Like I know what's gonna happen, but I was like, this game is. Don't get me wrong, this game is absolutely phenomenal. Off 10 out of 10, off the Richter scale. It is cinematic. It's like I watched half of this game. Like me and Mrs. just passed the controller over. I'm more than happy to let her play the whole game, and I can sit
it's
there
just beautiful.
and just soak it all in. And the way that it transitions from cinematics to gameplay. Sometimes you're like, oh yeah, and like you're like, oh shit, yeah, it's me. I've got to do this. It's incredible. Like, and there's one particular moment that Daniel.
Yes.
Sorry, check in with you. You've been quiet. So there's one particular moment I really want to talk about. I'm in this apartment hotel, and me and the missus, you know, we're looting, we're getting the stuff, we're reading all the notes. We want to know who these people are, and we looked at this tomato plant. I was like, look at this tomato plant, and just like, well, people must still be here, or like people must have just left, because this tomato plant is alive. I was like, oh yeah, didn't think about it, thought nothing of it. So I went to I stripped the room and I was like, right, I've got upgrade my weapon. All of a sudden, someone just grabs me. I've never been so scared in my life.
It'll trick you at those moments too, right? Like the game, a lot of times you have to hold triangle, right, to open a garage door or something. Yeah. I mean, it's just like hiding the loading screen. But they'll surprise you at certain points. Like you hold triangle and run up and grab you from behind or something, right? The game's always trying to keep you on your toes.
No spoilers. Did you guys get the same thing with crafting station?
In that room.
What about it?
Somebody jumping you at the crafting station?
Yeah, that's what I was on about.
That's what I'm talking about. Like stuff like that happens.
The storytelling.
I thought you said you were during combat when that happened.
No. So I just cleared the room out. Well, I just cleared the room. I didn't clear the room. The room was empty, and we were just looking. But the storytelling of the map of the room, it was like this tomato plant, like the bottles of water, the supplies, and then this tomato plant. This tomato plant stands out to me because I was like, this is still alive. She was like, it's still alive, and I was like, yeah, whatever. Like, I know it must be just a fuck up. I don't know. I didn't even think about it. And then the next minute, I'm getting jumped by like 6 people. And I was like, that made sense.
Yeah, the way this game can go from like 0 to 100 like super fucking quickly, right? Like you'll be in like a really quiet emotional moment, and then all of a sudden shit'll just pop off.
Oh,
right?
mate, the amount of times I've
Crazy.
like, sorry to say, it, shit my pants. I just
Mhm.
went on like, I'll be back in a minute, babe, because it can go from nice, simple, and then it's all
Or
shit.
even a little more subtle, where you'll just be walking. You're walking kind of into the next combat area, and then you'll just hear somebody talking, having a conversation, or you're talking to their dog. And then you just, like, for me, I just go prone immediately. I don't know where they are.
Right.
You know, like, I don't know. Do you guys use the listen mode all the time?
Yeah.
Okay. I tried to avoid it when I could, because I just I wanted to be a little as immersed as I could. So I had my headphones on for this game, so I could just get immersed in the game. And I tried to let the sound kind of guide me a lot of the time, like where I could hear them. Like if I hear the dog over there, okay, I got him to go this way, stealth around. Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm playing this game again. Like we're gonna play it on my missus' account, and then I'm gonna play it on my own with the headphones and just enjoy it and just really just do it again.
So I do it. I just started my second playthrough.
With-
I love the way they try to humanize the NPCs, right? Like,
oh mate,
what
I'm
do the enemies
torturing
be
them,
like?
are they?
They'll be like, yeah, Carol, me and the wolf. I'll just say the wolves. Me and the wolves are going out tonight and gonna kill these zombies or whatever. And then you'll just like pop one off, right? You'll kill Carol, right? You'll sniper in the head, and he'll be like, Carol. Daniel, what did you think about the like more open areas? Not just in the combat, but for like searching and like finding everything. Because this game is like next to open world almost. I really like it.
Yeah.
You know, I love things like that. I love just finding more lore and reading all the notes and stuff like that. But I know you're not particularly a fan of all that, right?
Not in a Naughty Dog game. I would prefer it to be a little more linear. Like where we were talking about, Sims didn't really like the combat. Like thought it was better.
I just thought it was
Still
the
liked
same.
but
It wasn't. It's not a bad thing.
Yeah, not that it was that much of an improvement. Right? For me, the thing that I don't like nearly as much is like, oh, where do I need to jump up to get to the next area? I hate that part. It's like, oh, there's a window there. Like I maybe I've missed it or something.
Sure.
Want me to like climb these things to like go through the window. I hate that kind of stuff. I wish it would just like go here.
Yeah, the game doesn't have as good as like indications as like something like God of War did, where like God of War you knew where to go because everything was that like you could climb up on was yellow, right? Like it had that. This game didn't really have that indicator so much. Like it kind of did, but you couldn't really tell.
It's a little more grounded, so like they're not going to have like a big red arrow,
right?
Go this way. I mean, you can in the accessibility things. You can turn it on. You can click in the stick, and it'll
shout out
you
to
a big
those
white
options,
arrow.
They put work into that.
Absolutely phenomenal. Like massive shout out. I heard Steve Saylor was a big a part of that. Like it's. I mean, I was trying to look at to like turn the colorblind settings on so you can just make it 2 different colors. I'd love to look at that. My missus, go back to like my missus, like she was like she struggles with white on black writing or black on white writing or whatever. And we got big bold text, yellow writing, blue for the names, and she was like this like little things like that. She was like, I'm more than happy with this. Like she was really enjoying it. Like I disagree with what Daniel said about the world. I don't know what it is. I just knew where to go. I knew when I was exploring.
It was. I'm not saying that. Right. I'm saying that there were sections of the more climbable parts. Not that like the open world, I felt like I did know where I was going. It was more of when I would like walk into this next warehouse and it'd be like, okay, well I need to go here, but I'm going to take 15 minutes to try to figure out how to get there. I don't like that part.
Yeah, I had that a little bit with like stuff like ladders too. Like you got to climb up to this building or whatever. And I
find the triangle,
like
find the white triangle
a little bit, but this one in particular, I felt like they tried to be so realistic that like like I said with God of War with that yellow to indicate where to go next. This game just didn't have that because it was trying to be so realistic.
Any last words?
That's one of the
notes. I'm trying to see what I can get into.
With
Oh, the safes.
massive shout out.
I
want to
give a shout out to the safe. The safes are genius, dude. I love the way you gotta find them, and like they're all just like their own little puzzle. I love it. I mean, there's one in particular where you had to use a calendar, right? Did you guys see this one?
It's like the first one, isn't it?
Was it the first one? Okay.
No. It's near where I was talking about the smarter plan, and she was like, "It's our anniversary."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, incredible. But the best thing about the saves is that you can hear them.
Yeah,
that's incredible.
Mm-hmm. That is really cool.
Incredible. Like, I know it's incredible. Like, what to say? Like, I just think the tiny little details in the game are like incredible. It's the fact that you can shoot someone in the knee, like boom, my knee, and you just run up to them, fucking give him one of them. Like, that was a bit aggressive, wasn't it? And just give him a good, like, good shiv in the throat. Like, the details of I every time I like kill someone, I turn the camera around. And I'm just watching Ellie go.
Every time you choke someone out, right?
One more thing about these saves, or I guess you. I wish that, like, if you picked up a note that had the code, it would just put it in for you. I just wish that was a thing.
Or come up, or just come up in text.
Or come up,
right?
Yeah, something like that.
Before we go, we will do a spoiler cast. Like, we have to talk about this on camera. Like, we have to.
Yeah.
I really need to talk about it. I
think a spoiler review will be better.
It's difficult. All I'm going to say is I'm enjoying the game. We are really taking our time with it. I really want to finish it for the weekend. I really want to be playing it right now, but I appreciate and respect you guys too much. That's all I'm... I had to wait. I will have a quick story about... So, Friday... I expected to get this early, but for some reason, Naughty Dog, PlayStation, whoever, said, you cannot post this early, no matter what. So we had to wait till Friday, and then it's Friday, and we don't want to get our post about 12, 1, 11, whatever mood the postman's in. So 11 goes, 12 goes, 1 goes. All of a sudden, I'm worried. I'm stressing out. I'm like, look, Nat, we're going to have to go and buy another copy. She's like, what if the copy turns up? I says, look, it's not going to happen. We're not getting it. COVID-19 has fucked me over.
Did you buy 2 copies?
No. So
okay.
2:30, 3:30, 3:15. I was like, look, Nat. She's like, look, we'll go to Asda. Give it till 4, and we'll go to Asda. I was like, listen, babe. I need to go to Asda now. Asda's being like Walmart for everybody that's from across the pond. 3:30, yeah, this postman, he's not even running. Like, he must be late. He's not even making haste. He's just, like, not even, I wouldn't even say, like, briskly walking. Just walking slowly. Like, no. I was watching him. I was like through my blinds. Like, what's going on? Walk faster. I got to install this game.
Go walk to him.
Don't tell me what to do. We're not allowed. You're not allowed to do that. They can't give you your post. You can't ask for your post.
That's who?
The law.
I'm gonna make sure it's not somebody else.
That's a strange law.
Now listen, I had to wait till 3:30 for this game. All right, can you imagine my anxiety?
Nah, you're probably sweating more than you are now.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. But the game's incredible. I'd love to speak more about it. I do know kind of what's gonna happen. That's not ruined it for me. That did not make me tear up. The moments with that guitar, that did not stop me from having a moment of thinking, this game is real. Not even like this could be a film. This is a film. Sure. This is a playable film.
TV show, probably.
This is the first time I've ever felt like I'm playing a movie. And so many games have tried. This is the game. That's all.
I guess before we go, I do want to give it a score because I've been doing that. I don't know if Connor would like to. I think this game is a pretty clear 10. Pretty clear 10. Connor?
Yeah, the way this game can hit like the highest of highs at the actions part, right? Where like it gets so intense and like so cinematic, and those parts are 10 out of 10s. But then they also have very quiet, emotional moments between characters and things happening and callbacks to the other ones. And those parts are also 10 out of 10s. Then you add on the gameplay and the world and finding everything. And those parts are also great. They may not be 10s, right? But those parts are also great. This game's a fucking 10. 10 out of 10.
There, my score, I want to say there's one moment in this game. even if you took the rest of the game out of it, and it's just I can't really explain it, but there's one game that I had a smile on my face for the whole hour that it was on, if it was an hour, and it just made me just be happy. I know it makes sense, like, but it's something that I want to go through with my kids one day. Just for that, it gets a 10. 100% 10 out of 10. No matter how this story ends for me, which I kind of know, and no matter how, this happens, whatever, from the moment this game starts, the moment this game ends, and I've not even finished it, I know this game is a 10.
I want to say one last thing. I love how little fan service there is in this game. Like, there is, but there's just enough of, like, Naughty Dog did not write this story for fans of the first game to be happy. They did not do that at all. I love them for that.
They had a story to tell and they told it.
Exactly.
All right, let's move on.
Is that the first time we all gave out a 10? Did anyone else give a 10?
That's my first 10. That's my first 10 since we've been doing the podcast.
Yeah, it's my first 10 too.
My first 10.
All right, let's move on. So let's go to the news, boys. The news. There's a lot of news this week. So this dropped right after we recorded last week, so we couldn't really talk about it. But let's talk about the EA Play event. Connor, I know you were excited about Skate, but this event sucked. Come on.
Where's Mass Effect?
Where's
Peggle?
Yeah, rumors of Mass Effect trilogy have been around for
what was up with that? That was, I mean, I guess we should talk about what actually did happen. But great host, I love the host. But
right.
Why don't we run down the list of what happened?
Okay,
you got that.
Okay. So we got
Apex.
I'm trying to do my memory.
Apex Legends.
Yep. Apex crossplay and coming to Switch.
Is there a new Steam for that?
Yeah, there's going to be a new season, of course.
Okay.
There's coming to Steam and it's coming to Switch. Everything will be crossplay eventually. They're doing some character changes and stuff like that.
Sims.
That was everything for Apex.
So, The Sims 4 is available on Steam. I'll take over. Is that all right? Because
it's fine.
I've got it here. Sims 4 is coming to Steam. Hazel Lights, Joseph Ferris announces It Takes Two.
Yeah, this looks really cool. I love this guy. I loved Brothers. I loved A Way Out. I can't wait to see this. Apparently, it's a platformer. Is what he said, like a 3D platformer.
I'm sure it's some 3D thing.
Like a co-op one too. So I mean, that sounds cool to me. I love his game, so I'll definitely get that one.
Zoink Games announces Lost in Random. My missus dug the fuck out of this. Like, she was all in. She liked all that Alice in Wonderland crap. So
yeah, it looked interesting.
Yeah, definitely it looks good.
Yeah, dude.
A game for the kid. A Rocket Arena 3v3 Rocket game gets a new trailer and will be released on July the 14th. This is the Fortnite Rocket game, I guess.
It looked like Fortnite. Man, this game looked super generic. Art style looked generic. Like, I was not impressed by this game at all.
No, I wasn't. The big one, Star Wars Squadrons gameplay reveal. What do we think?
We got to see a lot more.
I did not think this looked good.
It just looks like a...
Looked very empty.
It's more about the inner fighting between the different classes and stuff, but I wish that it was in third person. I think hearing that it was only in first person really threw me off.
Yeah.
I love Battlefront.
Because it's a VR game, it's holding it back.
Yeah, but I don't remember if you can do it in Battlefront, like the first person part, but I love just playing that space combat. I forget what they call it in Battlefront, but the space combat mode's awesome. It's like the best part of Battlefront for me.
Yeah, I don't know. It looked like a last gen game to me. Like, honestly, when I was just watching gameplay, there's another game I'll talk about that looked like a game to me.
I thought it was alright-ish. I'll probably buy it if it's £30, £40.
It's 40. I think it's $40.
I'll get the VR. I played the what was it? The Star Wars Battlefront VR experience. Was it that? It was.
I thought there was a Darth Vader VR game.
That's coming. That's for the Quest.
Oh, there's the Vader Immortal on the Oculus.
I think it'd be cooler in VR. Like, I think it looks like a game that was meant for VR. Honestly.
I played the experience thing where you were in the ship. I don't know if you played anything. I think you did. It was alright. EA Sports montage trailer, Madden 21 and FIFA 21. I don't know what you want. There's a bunch of guys sweating. I like football. I like FIFA. I like soccer. I'm glad it didn't
UFC either.
Yeah, I was shocked.
Went and spoiled their own game. There's an upcoming poster for an event, and they have a UFC 4 logo.
Oh wow!
So I don't know why it wasn't announced here.
They have to show their sports.
I hate the fact EA does this. I hate EA does this. Dragon Age, Battlefield, and Need for Speed, EA Motive, EA Motive's Project Next Gen Tech teasers. Don't like this. They did it a couple of years ago, and I just felt, what a waste of time. Like, why show us all this crap? Just say these games are coming. Give us a logo. Give us a splash screen. Don't give us this shit.
I prefer they wouldn't even have said anything. Like, just don't give me anything if you're not going to show me anything. You know.
I think the show is way too long, and they could have cut a lot of the show out.
At least Greg Miller got a paycheck. I mean,
it kind of sucks because Greg was also the best part of the last one, and it's just shows just aren't good. EA does not put up a good show for
not anymore. Like I think years ago they used to. And then for me, I'm happy that people have got what they wanted. Untitled skate game reveal. Don't do this. Don't go, oh, we've got a skate game coming out. Bye. Fuck off. Show me something, or don't say nothing. Fuck off. Do you know what I mean?
They show nothing, and it's like, you guys could have just like planned this yesterday, you know? Like,
exactly.
You guys could just be like, yeah, we'll make a new skate game. Yeah, sure.
All right, see you in 5 years. No, fuck off.
Right.
All right.
They wanted something positive.
Fucking positive. I'll give you positive.
They just,
fucking peg.
Just wanted something positive to come out.
I've never heard this one before, so this is new to me. 7 EA games are coming to Nintendo Switch this year.
Yeah, it's all like older games.
One's Apex. We know that for sure. All right, so is any last words about the EA play?
I woke up I stayed awake till 1 o'clock for that bullshit.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am very sorry. Let's see. Let's move on to. There's a lot of Cyberpunk news. So you want to move to that?
Definitely.
Yeah. The event was just today. So the event was very weird. I don't really know how I feel about the whole. What was it? Nightwire City event.
Sound like there's gonna be more of these though, so I think they're trying to do like an episodic look at.
And she said like episode 1.
Yeah,
something like that. Did you like what was
next week already? So
okay, they announced one next week. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you like what they showed, Sims? Did that interest you at all? Like,
I mean, before we start, like, I want a big shout out to Holly. Is it Holly Bennett? I always get her name wrong.
Oh, she's great. She used to work for PlayStation Access.
So yeah. I've met her. I think she's
really?
a genuine human being. Like, the first thing she did was like give me a cuddle. I was like, all right, this is weird. But obviously that's just a difference of who I am and what she is. We spoke. I spoke to all the rest of the PlayStation guys, and obviously she left for this gig. And this is incredible job to have. And she did a great job with whatever she had to work with. I don't know. They should have just said, "Here's a trailer. Here's 20 minutes of gameplay." Left it to play it. Let it speak for itself. I don't think we needed to know about this whole brain dance thing. Was it called?
It was cool. Yeah, it was brain dance. It was
like
cool.
The detective mode for this game. Yeah.
I mean, you can. I didn't really pay too much attention because we were talking about logos and stuff. I'm glad we're seeing a bit more. What I want. I mean, I can't really say anything because I'd rather listen to what someone else is going to say. I want to hear what real human beings are say about this game. So I'll probably have more to say about it next week.
Okay. The trailer really didn't even make me more excited. It just was like another trailer.
Yeah, just another trailer.
You know, this was my most excited game of the year. You know, like
how that Last of Us is out. Yeah, it's mine now too.
No, it was just period this year.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's a new IP, you know, something new. Yeah, it didn't. The event itself really didn't do anything for me. The brain dance was pretty cool. I like the concept of hacking in and kind of playing their memories. Interesting.
Did it say you can change?
Yeah, I actually really
memories?
like the event. I think with a game that's this big, I think you know, not just like in like hype wise, not just like fan wise how big it is, but like how big the actual game is going to be. I think you could show like so much of it, right? And we'll still only get like a tiny taste. So these little deep dives like this, I think it's just going to build up the hype more for them. I'm really happy that the gameplay still looks the same as it did in, like, you remember when that first thing was released, that first like hour-long tech demo like a couple years ago.
That was an awesome
It
video.
looks pretty much the same as that. Because when I watched that, I was just like, oh, that's running on like a super PC, and the version I'm going to get is going to look like shit. But no, it really does look like that.
Yeah, I wish that I remember when they first announced, they said it was going to be first person and third person. Part of me still kind of wants the third person part, but
You're one of those, huh?
I know that they kind of gave up on it. Well, it's because they were very good at third person with the going and moving into first person.
When you adding
like I want to see
third person, it's like completely different.
It is, but like with how much modification you can do to your character, I would love to see that in third person.
Part. I'm very happy it's all first person because I think we need more first person RPGs, right? Like just Fallout and Skyrim, and then there's like Dying Light, kind of.
Even that,
even that. Fallout, that's not even. But like, I love that it's a first person giant RPG. We have very few of those.
In kind of going along with this, they did announce that the upgraded version from this gen to next gen will, I guess, have more textures. They'll definitely have it be a better version of the game if you play it on PS5 and Xbox Series X. It won't just be just a port.
Yeah. Also, you can play the game, the Xbox One version or the PS4 version on day one, PS5, Xbox Series X.
Yeah, so I know that we maybe talked about last week about how maybe it could launch right around the time the new consoles, right? Maybe
I think the consoles will be out because November 19th is pretty late.
It is pretty late. You want it a little bit before probably Black Friday.
The latest they'd come out is the day after, right? Because this comes out on a Thursday, which is weird. But it comes out on a Thursday. So I think the latest one of the consoles will come out 20th. So like maybe PS5 is the 20th and Xbox is the week before that. But either way, you're going to be able to play Cyberpunk day one, which is awesome. It's such a cool thing that like our first experience with new consoles, we're going to have like a great, presumably like a 10 out of 10 type game, you know?
Yeah. I mean, that's pretty rare.
Mm-hmm.
So let's move on to something I know Sims is super excited about. Most excited about this Avengers game that he played before.
Yeah, maybe.
At the War Table event.
I think
Sims.
I think this is great. I think what they showed and what they gave us. I like the way they presented it as well. It was, you know, this is what we're gonna talk about. This they showed us a level with Thor. They gave us, obviously I didn't get it because I'm not the biggest Marvel nerd, but I like the recent Marvel stuff because I'm a fanboy. And I think one of the Thor costume was an old reference to 19 something daft issue.
It's one of his old aliases. It's pretty cool.
Which is
Are you
great.
talking about when he had like the mafia outfit on?
And obviously, like with
his gray shirt.
Oh, okay.
Had the thingy. So with the way they presented it as well was like they gave us the lore that, you know, like for people that didn't know who Mido, what's his name?
Murdoch.
People that didn't know him, especially like me, Modoc was this person. He was in this comic. He did this. He was a pain in the ass to these people.
Apparently known for Marvel was Capcom.
So exactly,
Yeah.
So they did a really good job for people like me that didn't know. But the gameplay was exactly what I'd played before, which was okay. I was okay with that. So and then obviously then they went over to the nitty gritty stuff that you will be able to have a different loadout from everybody else. You can make yourself look better, look different to everybody else. This is just Destiny about Marvel Avengers. It's great. I want this more than anything. September the 4th cannot come quick enough. I'm going to put so many hours into this game.
The difference for me between this and Destiny is Destiny has good gameplay. This doesn't look like
the greatest feeling for first-person shooter.
It looks fine, but it's not like that AAA level, right?
No.
Thor's hitting a guy. You don't see the guy Thor swings his hammer to the right? The guy gets hit and then moves left. You don't see that. It looks like he's just like not even really hitting him.
I'd rather the focus just be on gameplay and the story, not on the multiplayer aspect. You know,
I'm very curious why they only really showed Thor too. Show me the other guys. Because when you see Iron Man flying around, I don't know. It looks
I
fun.
Or
wasn't-
at least have a mission with the 4 of them and bounce back and forth the whole time.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
they were there
Like
in the
that.
background, weren't they? Oh, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but I want the perspective. Like, let me see.
But
Thor,
even
like,
when like
slam
Thor
down
was flying
and then-
around, like his hammer was like glitching into the ground and shit, and it's just like, all right. I mean, I get what they're going for here. They want to make a Destiny like game with the Avengers name attached to it. That's fine. I mean, I'm still probably gonna buy it. I like how much they're saying, you know, you can play this single player. There's single player missions, stuff like that. Like, there's a story that's gonna go along with this. How good it will be, I don't know, but I'm curious. I'm gonna find out.
MODOK's a cool character. Like AIM in general, the AIM stuff I like. So I think that the story will be good. Like, I don't think it could be bad. You know, I don't know how great.
I just think it'll be a good game.
Not every game could be a 10 out of 10.
No, of
I'm
course
fine
not.
with this game being like an 8, right?
I'm fine with
game's
this
an
game
8,
being whatever
That's
it is.
perfect.
This is just me playing with you two. I fingers crossed it comes as crossplay. If it comes as crossplay, this game is 10 out of 10. Well, you know, we just, you know, run a couple of missions, we get a couple of good loot, we get a bad loot, we've done the same mission over again. You know, I've unlocked the Iron Man, you know, dressed up like a Barbie doll skin. I'm well happy. I don't know why I'm so excited for this game. Like, I played it, it was okay. Don't get me wrong, the gameplay is not going to be great, but the fact, I think the social aspect of it, the story, give me the story, that'd be great. I don't know. I'm so excited. Like, I'm just unbelievably excited for this game. And I know a lot of people are like, why? It doesn't look that great. Avengers in like in a games of a service. I don't know why. It's just.
I mean, to be fair to them, like, I feel like this game should have been hitting right when Endgame hit.
Yeah.
Right? Like, ride that hype of Endgame. Going right there. The fact that this is.
Yeah, it would have been good like last September, right? Everyone was
Yeah.
so high.
Yeah, well, even before that, I think like May. Like, hit it the same month, like, you know, or even the in between Infinity War.
I don't know if you want it
Endgame.
too close because you don't want people thinking these are the characters from the.
Oh, sure. See, or you could have had like Infinity War, and then in the fall put out this game, and then Endgame comes out in May or whatever. Like,
Sure.
you just need to ride that of the MCU, and they kind of missed the ball, you know.
Yeah, I think this just isn't my type of game in general. You know, like I don't really play any games as a service. I've certainly not got hooked on one and synced a bunch of time into it, but it still looks cool. I wish I was getting like, you know, Crystal Dynamics making like a Tomb Raider, but you know, for Avengers.
That's what we were
like,
expecting.
Yeah, that high level of a single player game. But I'm fine with this. Like, it still looks cool. They're gonna get me to buy it because Avengers is on the name, which is really all I care about. So
Exactly.
Are you just gonna be the story and then that's it?
Yeah,
Say
pretty
that again?
much.
Are you just gonna be the story and then that's it?
if you guys are playing it, like if I have people to play with, yeah.
If this is
It's just
crossplay.
I normally never have people to play with these types of things.
You
so-
think that there's going to be raids?
Yeah,
like
all
raids.
of that
Yeah.
shit, all of it,
They'll
all of
add
that
that
good
shit.
Destiny Division shit. Like, oh boy, like I
Do
just
they
can't
have
wait.
it though? That's my question. Do they have that?
Of course they will. They will sort it out. They're gonna have more characters added to the game.
I don't know.
You're gonna-
I need to prove they can do a boss fight. You know,
Oh,
I want to see that. I need to see something. Show me. They should have teased a boss fight. That
I
would have
think
been
like
nice.
you kind of had one with that big robot Thor was fighting, right? I think
That seemed like a mini. I mean, have you played Destiny?
Yeah.
It seemed like a spider tank to me.
Sure.
That's kind of what that. Like, kind of a bigger enemy, but not really like a boss. You know.
Yeah. I'm really curious to see what this game looks like in like 2 years. You know.
Yeah, me too.
Sure. All the new characters they add and stuff like that, and they said it will be, all be
Stuff.
free.
They keep supporting it. You know?
They said everything they'll do will be free, just buy cosmetics and stuff like that, which
That's
is
really cool.
pretty good.
Good press. Yeah.
All right, let's move on. Connor,
What's up?
be excited.
I'm excited.
We're getting Crash 4.
Oh yeah. Fuck yeah.
We're getting Crash 4. Come on,
Unbelievable.
Connor. Here, tell me about
2020,
it. Tell me about it,
2020.
please.
Yeah, I
Serenade me with Crash 4, please.
We've all wanted Crash 4 for so long, I think, and now that's like finally happening, and like it's actually Crash 4. It's picking up after Warped. It's pretty insane. Like, it's gonna be new. It's gonna be different. I'll say I am a little worried with Toys for Bob making it.
Yeah, we
I
talked
just
about
don't know.
last week. the rumor of it being Vicarious Visions or whatever, you know, but we now know it is Toys for Bob.
Yeah. I would bet Vicarious Visions is also helping. I bet Beanox, who made the Crash Team Racing, is also helping. I think it's kind of like a group thing with Toys for Bob just leading it.
That's good.
Yeah, that'd be my guess. It's hard for me to get like, you know, super hyped because it's their first attempt at making a new Crash game. Right?
Did you like the trailer?
I like the trailer. I like the way the story is going. I don't like the art style.
Sims, what about you?
I just think it's a Crash game. I don't think they can.
That's not bad though.
Yeah.
But look how many bad Crash games we've gotten. You know, like there's 3 really good ones, right? And then there's like 9 really bad ones.
But what they've done is they've gone Crash 4. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And so obviously they've learned off Toys for Bob. They've learned off Vicarious Visions. People want this shit. They don't want Twin Sanity. They don't want Wrath Cortex. They don't want. Well,
that's all I know.
They don't want that. So just make it a platformer. Like just make it a point A to point B platformer. Is it?
But it's got to be good.
Anyway, I don't think you can't. I mean, I don't think what you've seen is what you're getting. I don't think you can. You look at that, you know what you're getting. I don't think there's any more surprises to it.
They've tried it before though. Like they've made bad Crash platformers. You know.
I don't.
What worries me about this is like I don't want a Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 5 situation, which is the same thing. You know, they're bringing back with Activision.
It doesn't look like that though.
No, it doesn't at all. It looks much better, high quality than that. I'm just still worried.
You guys seem way more trepidatious than I do. I thought the trailer was awesome. I like. Like where they're taking the gameplay. I think it looked really fun.
I think it looks great. I think yeah.
I think it looked great too. I
think the characters look a bit.
Oh, we didn't talk about the character. I wanted to talk to you, Connor, about the character design. So you kind of mentioned it before the podcast. What do you think about Crash's updated look?
I think he looks fine. The updated look doesn't bother me. Like changing his style doesn't bother me. It's the art style that more so bothers me. Like this isn't. I don't understand why they didn't just go with the same looking art style that the Insane trilogy had. You know, this looks more like almost like hand drawing, kind of like a coloring book, sort of. It's just kind of putting me off. Like I would have just kept it the same as the Insane trilogy.
I think so too. I like the art style of Insane trilogy, but I think it looks good. I'm not disappointed by his.
It's really cool.
I
can't wait to see it in HDR. Like that's gonna when it pops like that.
Ooh,
cool.
It looked really colorful. So it is coming out October 2nd, which is much earlier than I thought. And that's awesome.
I'm still going
to boys, Avengers this year.
2020, man. 2020 is fucking killing it.
Is it?
It is.
Is it?
Guys, we still got a Spider-Man game. We got Halo Infinite, Crash 4, Cyberpunk.
Oh,
so the next story is definitely a. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
Okay. The next story is definitely a more sad story, pretty surprising story. Expected, but Xbox is shutting down Mixer and they're partnering with Facebook Gaming to do all of their streaming.
This is
Sims. Do you have what do you have to say?
For someone that I mean, I used to stream kind of very low key, tried it. I'm still not even on the. I still don't know if it's even for me still. Me more of a time thing. I went to Twitch. I tried Twitch. I was like, Twitch is way too crowded. Small fish in a small pond. You know, obviously I want to grow. I want to be ninja. Obviously. So then, obviously, I tried Facebook. I tried YouTube, and I was like, well, I looked at Mixer. I spent a couple of nights on Mixer just watching and getting to know people in the community and stuff. And I thought, this is a really nice place. Like, this is really, like, low-key numbers, you know. I can happily fit in with these people, you know, make a little community there. It all didn't... I mean, I had a couple of nights on it, a couple of weeks on it. And, you know, I enjoyed it. People popping in. I was playing Pokemon at the time. People coming in and, I made a few friends with it, really. And then, obviously, the other night, I got up to... have a cheeky vape after a bit of leftovers and check my phone. I was like, fucking hell. And this is devastating. This is devastating for a lot of people. Like, people's lives.
It was a sudden drop. That was just a sudden, we're closing it.
This is like going to work tonight, Connor, and yeah, we should. Do you know what I mean? Like, people have got money in this. That, you know,
To be fair, I guess they gave him a little time. Like I think it's July,
Yeah, but
like
there's
mid-July.
not even a private warning. Do you know what I mean? Not even a whole. Not
Oh,
even
sure.
a. I don't know. How can you do it? Send out an email, or
Yeah, how
especially
would
to
you
the
want
partners.
it done though?
But
Because
I
it's
don't
like,
know. The Microsoft team could have or the Mixer team could have done a Zoom call. You can have thousands of people on Zoom. Not thousands.
I think
and you're just gonna
the
announce it to,
issue.
like all these streamers at once. You're saying like get
all the
all
partners,
the bigger
the
streamers
partners,
together.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think the problem with that comes into it was a business deal. You can't really have like a bunch of people leaking out a business deal like that, you know. If they start telling all these smaller streamers, like there has to be a way to do that, but
It's
you don't
just
want
horrible
a partnership just leaking and stuff.
But now, obviously, what worries me is, I mean, obviously, these people, you know, they'll take their communities to Twitch or whatever. But, you know, these people with their 200 viewers or 150 viewers, they're going to be right. You know, they're not going to be there up there. They're going to be, you know, mid tier. You know, it's going to be harder to grow. Depends on how the branding is, and you know what kind of I can't think of the word. You know what they've got to play with, if that makes sense. Like, you know, how to grow themselves. And I'm not, you know, I've studied the streaming. You know, you know how they promote themselves on social media, and it helps if the people follow them over to Twitch. Obviously, I'm rambling here. I used to work with somebody. You know, I serve food for a living. I cook food, etc. And she was like, "Oh, I'm getting into streaming." I was like, "Oh wow, this is great." She's like, "I'm a mixer." So I checked her out on Mixer, and she was like, "We're talking, you know, 80, 90, 100, 80, 90 people." And she's, you know, completely different person. Like, big, massive shout out to Solzy on Mixer. Like, please check her out. She's great. I sent her a DM straight away. I was like, "I hope you're alright." She goes, "Yeah, I'm fine. Go to Twitch."
I do want to shout out that Facebook is keeping deals that Microsoft had. If they want to do that.
Yeah, I mean, the partners are getting
all the
partnered.
deals. Yeah.
So, but I think
so
a lot of
Facebook's
people
making like their own thing now.
they've got
They
it.
had
They've
a
already
streaming
got it.
service.
They've already got
It's been around for a while, actually.
But it's not in one place, if that makes sense. Like, there's not like oh, here's a load of streamers. Like, it's kind of, it's on your feed in another. It doesn't make sense. Like, I went on Facebook for like a couple of nights, and my friends would pop in and out, and like, "Oh, look what you're doing, you idiot!" Like, "Oh yeah, well, I'm trying," but how do you? It doesn't make sense. I don't. I'm an idiot. I don't know what I'm talking about. Admittedly, I've tried. I've looked into it. I've bought all this to stream. I'm doing the one thing I do love on it is podcasting. This is probably my favorite part of the day. It's just not. It's not fair the way they did it, and the people they've thrown all this money at Ninja, and Ninja's like, "Thanks, I'm gonna go back."
That dude made bank out of this.
Yeah, Ninja and Shroud got paid. They're buying out both of their deals, so Ninja
can just go back to Twitch. Right?
Yeah, they've got the money. They don't have to. All it is all right. See a bit. No,
crazy.
It's not very nice the way they did it. And Mix is such a nice platform as well. Very clean looking, very jazzy.
I appreciated Mixer. I thought it was in for the long haul, you know.
Yeah.
So, kind of along these same lines, the Facebook gaming section, they bought Ready at Dawn, which I think I was pretty shocked.
Facebook also owns Oculus, and Ready at Dawn has also made VR games before, so I think they're.
Yeah,
I think the Connecting Tie, right? They made Lone Echo and stuff, but I'm still shocked that they just went out and bought them. It wasn't like Sony or something.
Yeah, I think you get this kind of mid-tier team, right? And they're just up. It seems like all these developers are getting bought up recently, right? Like, we got very few like big AAA developers that are independent now. Like the biggest one,
pretty much.
CD Projekt Red now, right?
It was Obsidian.
It was Obsidian, stuff like that. So they're all getting bought up recently. So I think this is a good one for Facebook to get, especially with their them making VR games in the past.
I mean, does it make sense for PlayStation to buy them, for them to make VR games with the technology, the PSVR technology not being the best?
Right.
You got Oculus, the top of the game. Come make these banging games for us, and we'll all have a good time. I mean, there was never going to be a werewolf game.
Oh yeah, No Order sequel.
There was never going to be an Order sequel. I never played it. I think my missus played it.
I played it.
I might play it.
Some people like that game. It's just, now we're not getting a sequel.
It's fine.
Short game, isn't it?
Yeah, very short. It was like 8 hours. It was
Easy
okay.
play.
I mean,
Easy play.
it felt like a game you'd buy at launch, right? Just to have it. No, I did not platinum it.
If it's not Connor platted, then I wouldn't play it.
Have you played it, Connor?
No.
Okay.
I only platinum good games.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When I beat a game,
so-
I'll decide like, all right, do I want to platinum this? It's gotta be good. Gotta be to that Connor level.
Yeah.
There is a Connor level there.
Yeah.
So there are reports of what Rocksteady's making, but I don't know if it's been actually confirmed by them. But a lot of reports are reporting that they are making a Suicide Squad game. Which, if I remember correctly,
This
would
has
it
been
be
the
some kind
rumor
of
for a long,
Suicide
long
Squad?
time.
If I remember, this was reported on a long time ago, and then it got canned. And then now it seems like the reports are kind of back that maybe they went back and started making it. Is this what you guys wanted?
I feel like Jason Schreier talked about that like a couple of years ago, how they canceled.
This was a while ago.
Yeah.
Is this what you guys kind of want from a Rocksteady game?
Yeah. I mean, I'd prefer they made their own like IP, I guess. I don't know. Like, I'm down for more stuff in the DC universe. I would like them to like build out this world more if they're gonna keep doing it.
I think a Superman game is what I was hoping for.
Yeah, I just don't know how you make that good.
That's why I was hoping for it. I want them to make a good Superman game.
Yeah.
Sims, what were you expecting? Are you expecting this?
I'm not.
It's not confirmed.
I'm not bothered. As long as if it looks good, I'll be in. Make whatever. Make another Batman game. Make another a Suicide game. It kind of rumored, kind of not rumored, to be like the Avengers, but that would be too like carbon copy.
Oh God, don't do that to me.
If it's got a good story, it looks decent. Why not? Like, do it. Like, Rocksteady don't. They don't really miss the mark, do they? Do they?
No, not really. See, I'm a big Harley Quinn fan, so I wonder maybe she'll kind of be the anchor of the squad.
I can see that,
right?
Yeah. Sort of the main protagonist.
Yeah. Then have,
I think Suicide Squad
Deadshot
just doesn't really excite me as much as other DC properties would, right? Because I'm not really attached to those characters. Like, I know you like Harley Quinn. I like Harley Quinn too. But other than that, it's like...
Deadshot's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you're going to have Deadshot. Like, okay, you're going to have Croc. Like, I mean, that's cool. But, like, I would...
There's some cool ones. There's there's like King Shark that they can get to. There's like some more obscure ones that I think.
Yeah,
are
it's
really
like
cool.
all these side characters like this though. Like I don't. Why
well,
are we
that's
jumping
the point.
to Suicide Squad when there's still like Wonder Woman, Green Lantern, Flash?
Yeah, of course. But I mean, that's kind of the point of the Suicide Squad. They're a bunch of mercenaries hired to do the work that the Justice League wouldn't do. Right?
Some kind of Suicide Squad.
I guess. Yeah, would it be some kind of Suicide Squad? I guess we'll see if this is official at the DC fandom event.
I hope it is, man. Rocksteady put out a
supposed to
game
be there
already. Jesus.
It's been 5 years. 5 years, no word. 5 years and no word, man. That's
taking
crazy.
forever.
So got a Smash Brothers Direct, which I always like these with Sakurai breaking stuff down, and they revealed Min Min will be the new DLC character, the first DLC character of the second pack. Do you guys excited about Min Min? Let's play Arms.
Who the fuck is Min Min? See the arms?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
She's the Arms character.
I just know the Arms guy. I don't know who the fuck Min Min is.
Min Min is one of the characters from Arms.
I was way more excited about Pip-Boy.
Yeah, that's a bit interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, they always do those weird memes, you know.
Do you think we'll get a Fallout for the Switch?
What?
That'd be cool.
Do you think we'll get Fallout for the Switch?
Remaster Fallout 3. Someone put that on there.
I think
Give
that's
me
what we'll
a
get.
Fallout 3, Fallout New Vegas pack, and put it on Switch. I'll buy the shit out of that.
Yeah, maybe. It might be they got Witcher running on it, so there's no reason why they couldn't have Fallout running on it.
No, those games are like 8 years older than Witcher.
No, Fallout 4 came out at the same time.
Not 4, 3 in New Vegas. 4.
Oh, gotcha.
I guess they could try 4. Yeah.
Do you have something to say, Sims?
I didn't watch it. I'm not bothered.
Okay. You guys not play Smash very much?
I played it. I got it. I just never. I don't know. It's kind of just like, friends come around. You want to play some Smash? Yeah. So I don't need.
You not play. You not like any of the DLC characters they had for that first pack?
I'm not enough for me to throw £20 down.
So you don't even have the first pack?
No, I wasn't.
Interesting.
If Crash Bandicoot turns up, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I was just going to ask. Is it
Joker
was the very first?
Yeah.
Okay, then I do have the first pack.
Okay. Were there anything to get
Smash
you to get that?
For like playing with friends and stuff. You just announced a new ARMS character for me. It's not really doing anything.
That's the first one. Would there be a character you want that would like Sora? If Sora was in it, you get it, right?
Yeah, Sora. I would love Sora. Give me Sora, and then like.
It's been a rumor for a while.
Or like assistant, or whatever.
Oh yeah, they'd be in there. His like Ultimate Smash. They'd come out and help them. Yeah, that'd be really cool. Yeah, why not?
Hey, Sora. Let's smash these fuckers.
So
I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts. All right, I'm gonna do it. I'm not.
Please do it.
Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it yourself.
This year is way too jumpy.
So we got another Pokemon announcement, guys. Another one. We're so blessed.
Right, I'm gonna take this. Right, so
please.
Yesterday,
I'm already upset.
So Tuesday, me and the missus, we went out. It's like, we'll take the kids out. Well, we'll have a good time. Right, so Tuesday we go sleep. Like, Natalie, we talk about it. It's like, I'm really excited about tomorrow. I can't wait. Hopefully we'll get Pokemon Johto. What happens if it's a new Pokemon game entirely? Okay, now let's go to sleep. I'm too excited. All right, get up. So we're like, all day, we're like, get all the chores out of the way. So it's 2 o'clock my time, not 6 a.m. for you, sad motherfucker. We sat there. It's like the hypest of hype trailers. Pokemon is all about getting together. They're showing us Pokemon Coliseum, the Pokemon Stadiums, the Pokemon Roomy, the trading card game, Pokemon Pinball. Oh my god, what is this gonna be? Pokemon Unite and a MOBA. And we're looking at each other like, how long's left? Because they just kept rambling. Pokemon Unite is the new trailer. You have 5-on-5 and you fight for dominance of the arena. I was like, okay, sweet, nice one. Move on. Let's go. Let's keep this thing going. Let's go. Come on, for the good stuff. I was like, right, and so Pokemon Unite is a great thing by Tencent. Okay, brilliant. And now we're going to go over to some live fucking gameplay.
Live.
And then it goes to dark. And then it ends. And the world,
the question,
and the internet exploded.
I think what would have nullified that is if this was a part of last week.
Just
throw it in last week.
Pokemon Smile
Put it in there.
Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Tundra, Pokemon Cafe Mix. So Pokemon Smile, Pokemon Unite, Pokemon Cafe Mix, Pokemon Tundra. This is what's gonna happen next month or whenever. Boom! Pokemon Snap. World goes crazy. Done. You don't need this week. Don't tell us. Oh, there's going to be an event next week. Oh, really? New. This is the world. This is the world. Pokemon news. This was the world. Honestly, you don't understand it. There's things all over the internet. There's people. What's it going to be? Pokemon Johto. Pokemon this. And then there's Tencent. Then obviously Tencent was like to follow Nintendo. Nintendo started to follow Tencent or something like that. And it's all Tencent's fault. And I'm trying to I'm telling my missus like, this is not Nintendo. This is not maybe a bit of Pokemon's fault. This is Tencent. Tencent's got a lot. It's
not Game Freak.
Let's make all this money. Like we made this game. Can we just get one Presents or a Nintendo Direct and we'll just dedicate the whole 11 minutes to it? This is a big deal to Tencent. This is a big deal to Pokemon. But it's not a big deal to us. They should just... They don't give us a week and, we're going to reveal a new project.
I don't think it's a big deal for Pokemon.
It's not a big deal.
Big deal for the money.
Yeah, and it's Pokemon. Tencent, innit? It's Tencent has paid for that 11 minutes. Tencent paid for that 11 minutes. Tencent paid for that hype trailer. Tencent... It's all Tencent's fault, unfortunately. It's It's not what we wanted. It's the hype. It's all it was. It's the hype. And my missus is heavily involved in his hype community. Like, she watches all the videos every morning. New rumors on 4chan, this, that, and the other. There's a guy, obviously 4chan's for the shit. Everyone knows this. But it's still what could be. Because sometimes it's true. Because before Pokemon Sword and Shield came out, there was a guy that had the guidebook. And the guy had the guidebook. So you never know. There was a rumor saying that Pokemon Snap is rumored for July the 10th.
That's way too.
Don't ruin my dreams. Why are you doing it?
Yeah,
I can.
3 weeks, Sims.
I can mute you. I can mute you from the chat. Right. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it to me, man.
You just got to face the facts. That's that.
I think like November, probably more likely.
I'm not
even sure if it's this year though.
It's just coming soon. All right, Pokemon Cafe Mix. Yeah, it said coming soon. Right, it came out 7 days later.
It said coming soon for Pokemon Snap.
No, Pokemon. Yeah, Pokemon Cafe Mix got coming soon, and then Pokemon Snap got coming soon. Then
which one are you saying comes out on July 10th?
Snap.
No.
Why are you ruining my
think
dreams?
it comes out in 2 weeks? You think 2 weeks is too quick?
It's coming out in 2 weeks. Why are you ruining
the
my
fuck
dreams?
wouldn't we have the release date already?
Kind of look at me. Don't ruin my dreams.
I'm looking at you.
Don't do it. Why are you doing it, man?
Your dreams are filled with a bunch of lies.
Listen, some guy at 4chan told me.
Happening.
All right.
Oh, he did? Wow. What else did he tell you?
He said that Pokemon Let's Go Johto is coming out.
Okay.
Getting announced yesterday.
Fuck 4chan.
170k dislikes on the Pokemon channel for this one announcement.
Oh.
I'm more positive though. I thought the Pokemon kind of cool.
You're like the only one.
You know, if this game, if the game had said,
is this like
come
a
out
MOBA
now,
directed more towards kids? Is that what's going on here?
You know what kind of threw me off is in the thing where they were like, "Oh yeah, types don't matter. Types don't mean anything." Like, that is literally Pokemon. If my type doesn't do anything, then what's the point? Like, it looks cool.
You guys don't think there's a chance at all that this like gets big? Like that's on the level of like Dota.
It's not gonna reach League, so no, or Dota.
What if it does though, and it captures a more like kid-friendly audience, like a bit more simple than those games are?
I think that those games are kid-friendly already. Like there's cartoon violence, just like
they're complicated games.
Yeah, this might just be dumbed down version for sure.
If you dumb down, make it a Pokemon game, direct it towards kids. I don't know. Could be big money.
Oh, the money will be there for sure. I'm not saying anything about the money. I'm just talking about how popular.
Sure.
Is it a Chinese thing? Is League of Legends a Chinese thing?
I mean, it's big in Asia in general. It's big in Korea.
Tencent own Riot?
South Korea. Yes, they own Riot. Yeah.
Yeah. Riot.
So let's move on. This one's, I guess, probably more for me. This story. So Iga is one of the kings of Castlevania, one of the original creators. He, if you guys remember last year, he put out Bloodstain, Ritual of the Night, I think is what it was called. And in between him making that, he put out a game called Bloodstain Curse of the Moon, which was like a little old school 2D Castlevania. It's like the old like NES games. Did you play the newer one?
Smaller one is what I played.
Okay, so that was Curse of the Moon, yeah.
Yeah.
So he did announce that they're doing a Curse of the Moon 2. 4 new characters. So it's going to be a similar setup. 4 characters, and you can switch between the 4 of them. And they all do something different. Just like the first game. I didn't see a release date, though, but I think it's coming out everywhere, the Curse of the Moon. So I think that was Switch, PS4, Xbox, and PC. I didn't see a release date, though. You excited for that? See that?
Not really, no. I mean, I'm not a 2D platformer guy. I'm probably my least.
And even Castlevania?
I like the Netflix show, the anime.
Oh, yeah, it's great. I love it.
I also like the Lords of Shadow. What was the 360 one?
Yeah, Lords of Shadow, yeah.
Yeah, not the sequel. The sequel was bad. The first one. It's kind of like God of War. It was just a hack and slash. It was pretty good.
Do you play Castlevania?
No, the what was that game we played? Ori in the Blind Forest. That was the only.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the same type of game, isn't it?
That's a
the Curse of the Moons are more like the old school, like NES looking pixelated type of game. It's not what you're thinking.
They're not for me, no.
Okay. Well, I guess it's just for me. That's what I thought. But,
You excited
so
for
our
it, then?
last news story. I am excited because
Yeah.
he and one of my best friends sat and just played all of Curse of the Moon like in one sitting. We passed the controller around and we tried each character, and it was a fun little game because it was in between him making a big Bloodstained game. So it's cool that he's coming back to that and doing a sequel to that. All right, so the last story is just more of like encapsulating everything here. But Game Pass just added a bunch of really cool games within like this past week or so, week and a half. And I'm just gonna kind of name them to give a little shout out here. So I'm looking on my Xbox right now. So they put West of Dead, which is that really cool top-down game, Western, and I think it was Ron Perlman did the voice of the guy. I think that was in a couple of shows and stuff.
Is that new?
I think
Yeah,
it was in the
nice.
Xbox show, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, this is what I remember this from then.
Yeah. They put Thronebreaker on Game Pass this past week, which is a card-based game in the Witcher universe, like a standalone card game. Pretty cool.
Oh, this is different from Gwent?
I haven't played it, but I think it is. Gwent is its own game, too. So they put Streets of Rogue, which I know that's a very popular game. I don't know much about it, though. And these last two are really good. They put The Messenger, just came out today on Game Pass. So I'm going to download it and play it. I have yet to play that game. It looks awesome. And Observation, which is a space... is it Tacoma? Kind of like Tacoma a little bit. It's more of an indie game.
Tacoma's that scary game, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Observation's the scary game. Tacoma was the
Observation, like the cyberpunk horror type game.
No, it's more like Tacoma, which is the Gone Home developer.
No, I played Tacoma.
It's kind of like that. You're talking, but Observation's more horror. This one's horror. You're like talking to the AI and trying to figure out what happened to her crew and stuff. She's like trying to guide you. That's pretty much it. I just wanted to give a shout out to Game Pass. They just added a bunch of...
Yeah, you can't not...
And there's No Man's Sky in there.
I might have a look at that. The Messenger. Is that the one that's supposed to be hard? Is it hard, The Messenger?
I don't know. I don't know the difficulty.
I need a game to play in the morning. I've got nothing to play in the morning. Like, obviously, playing that's the
It's
I need something to play.
It looks like
just chill out.
It's a like a 2D Ninja Gaiden. Oh, so let's move on to the releases. There's only one that I saw. It's Hunting Simulator 2 will be out on PS4, Xbox One on June 30th. Fun. Hunting Simulator, man.
Oh boy.
Go kill them bucks,
I have this redneck friend named Robert. He loves these games. Like, I forget what the series is. Like, these are literally the only video games he plays, and he'll get like super into it, get his room like super dark, and like go like crawl and like try to kill a moose with a sniper.
Should ask him. Did he play the Duck Dynasty game?
I don't
should ask him about it.
It's supposed to be like one of the worst games ever.
Yeah, that's why I want to know if he played it. So let's move on to the bets. Oh, last week's bet was how many SpongeBob games are there? Connor, you said 23. Sims, you said 18. I said 21.
Come on, baby.
Boys, we were so wrong.
Oh, no.
Okay. There are so many SpongeBob games. There was 38 from my count. 38 SpongeBob games. Must have been so many PS2 games. So, Connor, you won that.
That's
another win for your boy, Connor K. Do that.
I hate you so much.
Thanks. So this week's bet is something a little different. Where the cool Avengers event happened. So I want to know what year was the very first Avengers comic when they came together as a team?
It has nothing to do with video games.
But Avengers does.
Yeah. So what year did the first Avengers release?
First Avengers comic.
Not like the first Iron Man. It's like the first Avengers, the one called Avengers. Okay. I have no fucking clue.
I will go first. I'm gonna say 1962.
Oh, I'm gonna go. I was gonna go 1960.
So early.
I was gonna go 1963.
You guys are going the
What?
60s?
That's my mum's birthday.
no.
I just thought, why not?
You're going right above me.
I didn't mean to
fuck
either.
yeah. I will
It's
go
fine.
1964.
You motherfucker.
Oh no.
That's right. That's right.
This is ridiculous.
I really want to look at this as soon as we can.
I was going to mention how many we each won. I didn't do that. Connor, you are at 8 right now. You have won the most. I am at 6, and then Sims is at 5. So it was pretty close for a little bit with me and Connor. He's gotten the past 2.
Pulling ahead here.
Sims has just been coming back.
I'm coming, baby.
He's been winning
I'm
some.
coming, baby.
Yeah.
I'm coming.
Let's move on to the game.
Let's...
So this week, boys, it's going to be something different. Okay? This week, we're going to be inducting things into our Nerdic Gods Museum of great games. Don't have a better name for it.
We're going to make this museum someday.
We'll make this museum. So
building.
today we will induct one game. Each of us have brought in a game, and we'll all have to vote on what game we think should make it.
So only one game out of the 3 of us gets chosen.
Only one game.
So we all decide that at the end.
So what we're going to do is each person will have a little bit of time to themselves to make an argument for their game. And after they say they're kind of done with their little bit of argument, then the other 2 will question that person about the game. And we'll move on. And then after that, we'll vote on which game.
I think.
You guys ready?
Daniel should go first.
Sure.
Me to go first.
Yeah.
And yeah, like I said, each episode, each time we do this, it'll only be one game to the museum. So for me, I chose Super Mario World. I think I can't really talk about Super Mario World without talking about the very first Super Mario Brothers, because if it wasn't for Super Mario Brothers 1, gaming really wouldn't be where it is right now. Nintendo really kind of saved the industry. Atari was bankrupting the industry. And then Nintendo came out with the Nintendo Entertainment System. And gameplay in the very first one was perfect. It played well, but it doesn't really hold up as much anymore, and perfected it along the way. And some people might argue Super Mario Bros. 3 is the best. I don't. I think that World is just perfect. I think there is a more perfect platformer in Super Mario World. I think the cape, I forget the name of it, but the cape was really awesome. It allowed you to fly. It allowed you to break the game and find little cheats and stuff hidden in the sky. I really liked. They introduced a holding of a power-up mechanic that Super Mario Bros. 3 didn't have. So if you wanted to keep Feather to get the cape again, you could do that. If you wanted to keep a fire, you could do that. So I felt like maybe Mario Bros. 3 was missing that, Maybe it could change it. You could always keep your Tanuki tail. Art style, it is still one of the best looking pixel art games I've ever seen. Period. That game still holds up. That's pretty much my argument.
How does this game
You guys have any questions?
Differentiate itself from Super Mario Bros. 3? Because those are 2 that you always hear argued, right? Super Mario
of course.
Bros. 3 and World.
Do I differentiate the 2?
No, just how is it different from 3? Why did you pick World over 3?
I think the levels are longer. 3 is pretty short and sweet, but levels in World are a little bit longer, but I don't think that makes it worse. You get more to do. I don't know. I think it's like I said about the power-ups, I think the option to lose your power-up and get a new one that quickly, I think really changes the gameplay. So if you kept your the fire flower, and you really needed that for this section to kill a bunch of Goombas, you could just lose your feather or whatever and get your flower. You don't really have the option in 3 at all. Any more questions?
I agree.
Question me: why should this game not be in? Come on.
I agree. I think it's one of the greatest games of all time. Every time, if I ever get an itch to play Mario, it's always I want to play Super Mario World. My reaction to them releasing the SNES on split Switch, I remember it being half 11, quarters to 12 at night, and when they released it, I just went mental. I was so excited. I was like, this is the only game I ever want to play, Super Mario World. And even if this didn't exist, or the SNES Mini didn't exist, I'd happily go and buy a SNES just to go and play it. It's the cartridge itself is just monumental. Like the picture of just Yoshi and Mario, it's probably one of the, if not the best platformer of all time.
Make my argument for me. Look at that.
Yeah, I've never played this game.
Have you played Mario Brothers 3?
I have.
What have you? Get us.
You should play.
Like I don't want to go anywhere, but I don't like it. Like I just don't like 2D platformers.
When you get your Switch, it is in the Super Nintendo classic stuff.
Yeah, I could check it out on there because it's easy enough to do.
The only thing you didn't say was the soundtrack.
Well, I mean that's I could say that about all of the Mario. I don't think that it really stands out from any of the other ones, but I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing compared to 3, right? Like just all of Mario.
To play Mario.
Yeah.
I just want to go play Mario World now.
Me too. Any more questions?
No, it's gonna be hard to beat.
All right. Who wants to go next? Hunter?
Sure.
Want to go next? Okay.
My game is Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic.
Interesting.
Yeah. This game, it's made by BioWare, right? This game really started the stuff you see in Dragon Age and Mass Effect, like the different characters, little hub area that you can have different dialogue options with, and then they come with you on missions, stuff like that. This is where all that came from. So not only is it one of the best RPGs of all time, it's one of the best licensed games of all time. It has great writing. It has one of the best twists of all time in any game. I won't spoil it, but you find out who your character is probably like halfway through this game. And I still just remember being a kid and being mind blown by it. This is where games started having the different choices to go like on the light side or dark side. I can't remember a game really doing that before this. Yeah, has a great story, great writing. Gameplay's fantastic, especially the melee combat with the lightsaber stuff is great. I think it you can see when you play RPGs nowadays how this game influenced a lot of RPGs that came in the future, right? This game came out in, I mean, like 2003, and it has a lot of the stuff that's in games today that you see in, like, you know, the Mass Effect game today, stuff like that.
Which one's
I don't have any other really like, strong argument.
Is this number 1?
Yeah, the first one, not the second one. The second one sucks.
I think I've got the second one on Steam.
Yeah, the second one was made by Obsidian.
I always really want to.
It's play. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Are we in the questioning phase?
Yeah. I'll just mention the characters. All great. Most of them. It had a really good bad guy. Darth Malik. Great. Great characters that people still talk about today, like HK-47, the somewhat racist robot. People still like that guy. Yeah, go for it with the questions.
Does this game hold up today?
How was it last time?
Good question. I played it whenever it became backwards compatible on Xbox One X, I played it. The combat, not really. You know, like, I mean, there's certainly better combat. But that just happens with third-person action games now, right? You can't really go back to a lot of the third-person action games from the mid-2000s and say they hold up well, just because that genre has been, you know, advanced so much since.
Did any part hold up? Did the dialogue stuff?
Yeah, the dialogue certainly holds up. Written by Drew Carpesian. He wrote a bunch of stuff for Star Wars, a bunch of lore. He wrote Mass Effect 1 and 2.
Awesome.
Yeah, so, fantastic writer. This is when BioWare was like a newer team too. So they're just coming out with all this stuff that you see in BioWare games still today. Any more questions?
Not really. It's like one of them games. Unfortunately for the game, Mario holds up because of its simplistic gameplay. I think this one has lots of mechanics onto it, like different abilities, different.
There's
attacks,
shooting, there's melee combat, there's close distance, long distance, all that.
And stuff.
Yeah, force powers, all that.
I mean, is this on Game Pass?
Oh, I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it'd be hard to go back and play it. Why I think it deserves to be in the museum. Best licensed game of all time. In my opinion, the greatest twist in any game. Still to this day.
So
And,
just more like lore and story.
Yeah, and it just started the great BioWare RPGs that we got after. Like Jade Empire, Mass Effect, Dragon Age, all those.
That's a good point. I think what we're getting at here is Mario. You wouldn't have platformers like Mario if you didn't have Mario, and you wouldn't have these great written stories, third-person action,
like side quests,
RPG.
side characters, character quests. All
there
that.
would be no Witcher. There would be no Skyrim. I don't mean like Skyrim.
It paved the way for a lot of RPGs after it.
And to be fair, like sitting here now, thinking
there were RPGs at the time, but this game showed them how to do it better.
It's always that game that I never got to. I don't know. I was just a dumb kid. But then you look at it and you're like, why did I miss that now? I'm like, why?
I was like 8, man, and I go back and play this, and I'm like, how the fuck did I understand this?
Dumb Connor.
All right.
Dumb cold Connor. Oh no.
Sims. Sure.
Oh no.
Sims is gonna be like Days Gone.
Here's your game.
My game is, I don't know. You know what? You've ruined it now because you've both come from these great games.
But I mean, we can eventually induct more games, but that's the point.
Can I bring this game back one day? Maybe.
Of course. No, there's nothing against bringing a game back. Of course.
I was gonna say one thing, but now I don't. Oh, fuck it. I'm gonna say it. My game that I bring to you is a game that only came out a couple of years ago. It's Spider-Man. Now,
I'm into this.
Personally, this is my personal favorite game of all time. Now that sounds different. My favorite game of all time is Last of Us 1, but this is so personal to me because of my dad. Me and my dad don't see eye to eye, really, but we see. But he was like, "This is Spider-Man," and I was like, "Oh." And then I became to gradually love Spider-Man. I own a lot of Spider-Man stuff. But when this game was announced, I was so excited on so many different emotional wavelengths that I became a child again, waiting for this game. Like, I couldn't wait. Like, you know what? Avengers comes out in September. I can wait. I'm excited. I know time will go. But September the 7th, 2018 was the day this game came out. And I remember that. I've never forgotten the year. But this game looked amazing. It was the first superhero licensed game to be good. And the storytelling, the acting, the world, everything about it was everything I could dream of personally. The connection you have with Doc Ock, the fact that Doc Ock was effectively, a dad, my dad. Do you know what I mean? He was like, looking after Peter. Peter was trying to, the classic Peter Parker character, trying to juggle too many things, too many spinning plates, being Spider-Man, trying to be a student, trying to work a job, trying to look after Aunt May, trying to be a role model. So,
swinging, the way the mechanics, they nailed the swinging, the fact that you could showboat, turn, and run off the buildings, and you could see yourself in a reflection. The way you dove down onto the world, and the way people like react with you. You could give people high fives, and then the story, they introduced like all these great villains that are on my all-time favorite villains: Rhino, Vulture, Shocker, Doc Ock, Scorpion, and they all had their own individual moments with Spider-Man. And then at the end, the ending, noting that Doc Ock, watching Doc Ock become Doc Ock, and then knowing at the end, like, Doc Ock was like, I always knew, and I was like, wow, this is like hitting me so hard. And then I'm gonna have to spoil it. I'm really sorry for everybody, but if you've not played it, then I've got no sympathy for you. And then at the end, like, Peter Parker, Spider-Man, having to make the decision to like either have his Aunt May die or save her, but everyone else dies technically. And then when she died, that was like, fucking hell, man. As if you've killed Aunt May off. As if, like, you don't do that if you've not got massive cojones. Do you know what I'm saying? If you know, like, as Insomniac, you know that they've got a game that they know they're gonna. This is a story. This isn't just. This is part one. This is number one. And then I remember, I never forget it. Like, I took my time as much as I'm taking my time with Last of Us. I remember buying LED strips for my telly for it to be red, so I could play Spider-Man with a red background on my TV screen. Is that how sad is that? I remember buying the console and being excited for it. I'm more excited than I've ever been, like being like a 7-year-old child all over again. Like, no game has ever brought that back to me except for like WWE SmackDown 1 when I was a child. And then I had the same experience again the other day, like on my birthday. I say the other day, but I got the statue. I eventually got the statue for Spider-Man, and I was like, my kids had picked it for me, and I was just emotionally choked up. I was like, this means so much. Like, Spider-Man just means so much to me. Is just growing up and having this game be so perfect in every different way. Like, even it found off the combat being a bit repetitive, but it was fun, repetitive gameplay. So fun. And then it got to a point where the game ended and I cried. And it was like all that emotion of waiting and being excited and just being, and it being over. And I was like, I've done it. And now I'm sad because I've got not nothing to look forward to, but nothing to be that. Will I ever be that excited again?
Spider-Man 2.
And then at the end of this, the Miles Morales thing, and I was like, this is gonna be fucking sick. So now and then the other day, like Miles Morales trailer blew my mind. I got that excitement, that rush back again, and I can't wait. And I know exactly what it is. It's just a little taster, it's just a little teaser. Have some of that. You know what I'm saying? But I want it, and I know it's not the greatest game of all time, but it means so much to me, and it to be in this museum where like this is my childhood in one box, and get the console means loads to me, even though it sounds like a fucking helicraft. I can't say much more.
No fucking.
And the questioning.
Fucking cry, motherfuckers.
That was a really good argument. You're completely wrong though about the well-written superhero game.
Okay.
It was bad.
Yeah, the Arkham games. Yeah.
I disagree. I'm not that DC guy. I enjoyed Joker for who he was in Batman Arkham Asylum, but I lost complete interest in number 2 and 3.
Oh, City is my favorite, but we'll talk about your game. So my question is, you talked about the repetitive combat, but I think that there's a lot in the game that is just repetitive in general. Like, each borough you go to, you kind of just do the same objectives if you want to clear them out, right? You don't have to do them. You could just do the story. But how do you the game just overcome that? Like, does the repetitive thing not bother you? Just doing all the boroughs?
So that I don't know, let's say you're the one end of New York City. and then Roger, we got some bad guys doing some bad guy stuff. All right, let me just jump off this building.
Always someone robbing a bank.
Always, there's too many banks.
Yeah, Manhattan's crazy.
Yeah, I mean,
but you get that call and you're like, all right, let's go. You're at the edge of this building and you just drop. The noise, the sound, like the soundtrack, the sound effect.
The music kicks in as you're going down.
Exactly, the score. Oh my god.
Of course.
Game's so good. And getting there is a journey.
I think the opening is so good with that song when it kicks in. And like, as soon as you're able to play, it's like that moment. It's like, I feel alive. And then you start playing and you're like actually swinging and you see this like beautiful open world and you're just like, holy shit.
Were you disappointed at all that Mr. Negative wasn't like the ultimate villain?
No, not at all. I didn't even mention Mr. Negative. Like, I don't even remember Mr. Negative. I remember Doc Ock being a bastard and hurting my feelings, man.
I liked Mr. Negative, but I feel like it kind of just threw him aside.
It's just that curveball, isn't it?
It was.
I love the two boss fights where you're fighting the two guys at the same time. Like, you'd be fighting, I think one's Electro and Vulture, right?
It was Scorpion.
Scorpion, yeah. And then the other one with...
was it Scorpion?
No, I think it was Vulture, Electro. I remember there was...
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
The Scorpion was later.
Was great. Yeah. And then the other one with the two... It must have been Scorpion and...
Rhino,
yeah. Yeah, that one's great too. So was the Doc Ock fight. Just that moment, like you were talking about, Sims, is like when Spider-Man's like, you knew, and like you could see like the anger,
and then he just kicks his. He just watching Doc Ock slowly become Doc Ock, and then there's the voice. It's just all of it. Like I don't know what it is. Don't get me wrong. The game has its flaws. The science missions. But in the end,
I love those.
I couldn't stand them. I hated them. Just like, I just want to swing around again. And like you said, though, Connor, Daniel, like, how do you get away with it being repetitive? It's the journey to get there. Like, you make that as fun as you want it to be. Like,
breaking it up with story missions, right?
The way that you can grab. You press a button at the right time of edge of a building, you jump higher, you get the momentum, and you get that momentum, and you feel invincible. You're on top of the world. Like, you forget the whole world. You forget all your problems in life. Like, I'm not one to replay a game, but if I ever want to feel good about something, I'll happily just go swing around with Spider-Man. And the costumes as well, the way, and then the Sam Raimi, the one that blew my mind was like, everyone was like, want Sam Raimi costume. Where's the Sam Raimi costume? And then they put the Sam Raimi costume in. And then the new Spider-Man Far From Home comes in. And then you get the Far From Home costume. You get the Spider-Man animated costume. Like, this game it's not everybody's best game in the world, but it's my best game in the world. And it just means so much to me. And then to have someone who means so much to me sign it, I'll never get rid of it. I'll never uninstall it from my console. Like, and I'll buy it again. There's the PlayStation Classics box. I'd want the box. I want that box art. Like, I just want that.
Oh, that cool box art. Yeah.
And then obviously when the new Spider-Man comes out on PlayStation 5, like, it's gonna be a moment. It's gonna be emotional. Okay. I'm emotional.
Are we move on to the voting?
We obviously.
Do you have any more questions?
Can we make more arguments while we're voting?
Not necessarily.
Are we gonna be able to argue against things here?
We're gonna discuss it first, but
okay. I mean, I have an argument against Spider-Man.
Okay. I mean, that was a part of the questioning too.
Oh, okay. Well, the main argument against Spider-Man is there already was a good Spider-Man game before that, Spider-Man 2, the game. With the
against that game does not hold up.
No, but like, it's like we've had good Spider-Man games already,
It's true.
It's not like Insomniac Spider-Man was the first good Spider-Man game.
I don't think anyone's ever done Spider-Man this good.
No, never. Definitely not. But like, we've had good Spider-Man games, like quite a few of them actually.
Yeah, some of the Activision ones people like too.
Yeah. The Amazing Spider-Man that had a really good feel to the drop. I know it sounds like a really stupid, but the drop that felt really good. I remember playing Amazing Spider-Man 2 and just doing that drop for the first time. I was like, Dad, look at this. It's like, it's cool. It's cool, son. I don't care about video games. I'm like, Dad, look. He's like, I just not bothered, honestly, son. It's not. I don't care. Like, Dad. He says, son, you're 23. Grow up. So I can't, Dad. Can't do it, man. And true story. I was 23 at the time.
Let's move on to the voting process. So I'll just go around and say what each person is voting.
What if they vote for each other? Like,
we'll talk about it. So I'm gonna go with Sims. I know you've been talking for a while, but still, I'm gonna go with you. What is your vote for the first inductee?
I once said in a podcast that if it wasn't for Mario, I don't think I'd be talking to you today. I don't that drug of that noise, boo, and then dying instantly because I was like 2 years old. I don't think I'd be here today. I don't think I'd be as excited as I am for a machine.
Okay. I'll do mine. I'll do mine next. Connor, what do you vote for?
So, like, what am I voting for the game that should be into?
What gets inducted? What do you vote for?
I think Sims made the best argument for his game. I just don't think if you're saying like what should be in a museum, that's something that like it's had to have like influenced games that have come after it. Which Spider-Man just took things from other games, really. So I couldn't choose Spider-Man. Mario World, I mean, you make a good argument. I see where you're coming from with the game. I just don't like the game, so it's kind of just hard for me. It's hard for me to be like, yeah, put that in the museum when I don't even like it. But I totally see how that game has influenced other games after it. And I mean, it's one of the most influential games of all time.
I mean, I guess against Mario, it doesn't. A game's inducted doesn't necessarily mean that they influence other things. I just think
but it has to like have.
It has to have
like meaning to the game.
Staying power.
It can't just be a good game that came out, right? It has to be a game that like has meant something and it's meant something for a long time. And I mean, Mario World does do that. But I just think Knights of the Old Republic is like one of the greatest RPGs of all time, and you can still see today how it's influenced the games of today.
Is that your vote? Are you voting for Star Wars?
That's why I made the argument. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, so it's up to me, right? I guess. I think that you guys do make good arguments. Like I've never really played Knights of the Old Republic, but I do know a lot about it. I know the twist you're talking about. There are things that I knew. Obviously, know that game's huge. Spider-Man's a great game. I don't think it's my favorite superhero game, but it is pretty close. I can't vote against Mario. Mario is just. There's a reason why I brought it here as in the first version of the museum, right? Because I think that not even just Sims. I don't think games would be here if it wasn't for Mario. I think the industry would have come and gone. It's another fad, you know?
Yeah, none of it, just Atari turned up, made some ping pong.
Yeah, and just had way too many games and just flooded the market, right? Nintendo introduced Mario, so I'm voting for Mario. So Mario is our very first, Super Mario World is our very first inductee into our museum.
Yahoo!
Yay!
Yippee! Mario!
And and with that will be Nerdic Podcast episode 20.
Thank you very much for listening.
Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye. My dog's saying bye.
Mario!